Hi, I'm Timur from Smart Wins, first of all. So it stands for Smart Water Installation. So the idea is that we try to bring the smart home and IoT ideas together with the water technologies to bring the greater security, efficiency, health and comfort to your normal water use experience. So the first product we start with is a non-invasive sensor, non-invasive flow meter to measure the water flow and prevent the leakages from happening. So here you can see the prototype of our device. It's completely non-invasive, and by using such a device we plan to save money for the insurance companies and save the money and hassle for the end users and customers. That's what we do. With such a sensor, we want to focus on the problem of the domestic leakages. So leakages in the residential sector. If you look at the statistics, every year there are more than 1 million leakages taking place in Germany alone, and that costs roughly about 2 billion euros to the insurance companies. So that's only Germany. So, and we plan to solve this problem by providing the people such a device, which has lots of USPs in comparison with the competitors. I worked for a company dealing with water technologies. I was looking for new innovative products, and what I saw is that lots of systems helping to solve your problems of leakages, but all of them are so tricky to install. You have to call the plumber, he has to cut your pipe, and then while cutting the pipe you can contaminate your system. It's a lot of hassle and it costs a lot of money. But at the end of the day, if you install the system, if you install the sensor flow meter in the pipe, which is invasive, it always works with a propeller. How do you call it? Propeller? Yeah, I think so. And over time it gets stuck, and all these things led me to the idea that would be such a great thing if you could just have something like a clamp, which you could just clamp there on the pipe, and that would be it. You don't need to cut anything, you don't need to break your head, you can install it simply yourself. That was how it started. Then we started looking for the appropriate technology, and we just ran into this ultrasound flow measurement, which helps you to measure the flow. Well, different things, but in our case it's flow without cutting the pipe. What we have finalized by this moment is the housing of the design. So the design of the sensor, which works as a clamp. What we have finalized is a beta version of the mobile app, and we have some simulation prototypes, but nevertheless we still need to develop the hardware of the sensor. But we know that the technology exists, that it's possible, so we are currently looking for partners, for hardware partners, development partners to build the hardware, and also for the investors to make it happen. So I think in 3 years we see ourselves as a company selling the devices in the scope of Europe, being partners with the major insurance providers, European providers, so that we can better market the product together with them. There are several types of competitors, mainly devices. So you can think here about the so-called water bugs. Those are small devices, small things you put under every sink, every bathtub, put it next to the water damage prone zones, so that when the water gets to your device, it should make some kind of sound, etc. But in principle, it's not that effective. There is other type of devices where you, as I told you, have to cut your pipe and to install something there. I already told about the drawbacks, so that you can contaminate the system. You have to call the plumber, it costs money, it's a lot of hassle. So what we're doing here is something completely different. I would not afraid of this word, revolutionary in a way, that we allow the people to protect their system by themselves. So you just buy this thing online or in the electronics retail stores, you just clamp it there on the pipe, you connect it to your Wi-Fi, and then it works. It measures the water flow, it shows you on the smartphone how much water you consume, that shows if there is leakages. So that's the main benefit, that the system is completely non-invasive and that it's interactive. It communicates to you over the smartphone. The next step would be, of course, very logical step to develop the valve. So as soon as a sensor says, okay, there is a leakage, the valve will automatically close the water pipe. So there are also some competitors on the market with the valves, but we already have an idea how to make this valve completely non-invasive as well. So you just use your existing normal Absperrventil, I would say shut-off valve. You put there a motor which would close this valve. That's the idea. We're 4 people. So that's first of all our board members. Board member is Henning Heppner. He's a serial entrepreneur. He founded approximately 5 companies and worked in very different fields, starting from automotive till also at the moment in the water industry as well as in the electric mobility. It's me, CEO, Timur Kharrasov. So I don't have that much experience as our board members, but yes, I'm experienced in the product management and in the project management. So yes, our chief technical executive comes from he studied as aerospace, and he's responsible for the technology development. And we also have a marketing manager. So she's young, talented, works a lot with the online media, creating the community around the water subject. And I think we're just complementing each other with our different skills, and I think that should do. At the moment, we are the Spinoff project of the company called Palmetto Handle and Service. It's a company providing the whole spectrum of services in the field of the drinking water. So the last 2 years since the project exists, it was completely, all the costs were covered by the Palmetto. And at the moment, as I told, we are actively looking for the partners to develop the hardware and correspondingly for the investors to enable the hardware development. That's our plan. So if you like us, if you want to work with us, please get in touch with us. Thank you.